So this one's for all my tribe members in their 20s. Tribe, if you're dating a woman in your 20s, in her 20s, she could see you like you're an app. She wants to log into you. She wants to open you up and get validation on demand. She wants a thumbs up. She wants to get likes from her stories that she's telling you, just like an app. So how did this happen? Here's how it happened. Many women in their 20s were raised by their electronics. The parents relied on their iPads and their phones to entertain them and to raise them. I mean, you'll go out to dinner, right, or anywhere really, and see parents with their kids. The kids have their screen with them. They have their screen in their stroller when they're out to dinner or eating, and the kids have their screens and their phones and they're texting and they're playing games, while the adults, sometimes they're texting and playing games too, but while they're having conversations. So, we have a whole generation of kids being raised really on their electronics and social media. So they don't really know, but they're not learning the art of the conversation from their parents or how to interact with other people in a physical way. They really just know their screens and their apps and their social media. So this is what you're dealing with. So this is going to have consequences when they hit their 20s and the way they view the world. So they grow up thinking that the people around them and the boys, the men that they're dating are just extensions of the apps that raised them, that they grew up on. They just see everything as an extension of the app. You're really an extension of TikTok, of Instagram. You're one of the stories, and she's chosen to follow you for the moment. So they, like an app, they want emotional stimulation on demand. They want to be able to log into you and get their dopamine hit. And if they have to wait a few days because you're busy, they're going to swipe over to a new story, to a new guy, and it's bye-bye. You're all done. Now, I've had several men from the tribe, the younger men from the tribe, tell me that they got dumped because they weren't texting enough. They weren't being frequent enough with their texting. I talked about one in another video. The woman he was dating in her 20s, early 20s, she needed a text every 2 hours. Boom, boom, boom. She needed her hit. Another gentleman from the tribe was dating a woman, and she wanted him to describe his emotions to her. And she wanted the details of the emotions he was experiencing. And if he didn't do that, she would get cranky and irritated with him. She wanted her little fix. She demanded that he describe these emotions to him and relate these emotions to him. She'd call him up and text him. She wanted to know all about those emotions he was feeling. And over again, in these situations, it doesn't work. The guy can't keep up with this demand. People have to go to work. They have to do other things. And then they get this phone call from the girl or text or the meet up. It's not working out. It's not working out. She needs a new dealer. She's swiping away from you. They're like sharks in the ocean gobbling up chum. They're swimming through a school of apps and they're just chomping away, getting their emotional fix. There's chum in the water. There's a bunch of thirsty dudes and they're just gobbling up the likes and they're gobbling up you're so beautiful, and all these, they're getting this emotional stimulation, and they're just used to having this. Whenever they want it, they can just log in, they hop on that shark and just cruise through the water and gobble up emotion. Give me a dopamine hit, or I will dump you. I'm hungry for emotions. Feed me, feed me. If you don't, I will swipe over to a new feeding ground. Yeah, that's what's going on. So what do you do? Number one, I would try to find a girl with good parents. I know that's an old school thing to say, but yeah, having good parents, there's a better chance she's going to be higher quality. Find someone with good parents, get to know her. Does she play a sport or sports? Does she know how to work with a team? Right? These are important things. Does she travel? Has she been to other places? Does she have a diverse worldview? This is going to be helpful. These things, and having lots of interests, Um, you know, she's going to have a less of an emotional demand on you. You know, she's not going to have all these emotional needs just for you. You know, I'm following your story, supply my needs. No, if she's diverse and she's got a lot of interests, has good parents, you know, she's not just wired into social media 24 hours. She wasn't raised by her phone and her iPad. You're going to have a better time. You know, it's just going to be better quality. Now, if you can't do that, and for the moment, this is what you're stuck with in this situation, there are a few things you can do. Now, I don't normally recommend this, but this is where emojis can come in and kind of be your friend. Because when you're sending a girl emoji text, just pure emoji, you're kind of sending her a picture book, you know, that she can look through and, you know, wonder, you know, what's going on with this picture and what's going to happen at the end of the story. So with this type of girl, it's okay to send emojis. Normally I'm like, stay away from that. But in this can save you. It could save you a lot of time. You gotta do stuff. You can't be texting all the time. You can't text every 2 hours and meet someone's emotional demands and have a fulfilling life. You just can't. So when you're sending her emojis, you're providing stimulation. And it's not a lot of effort for you. You're keeping her entertained. You're giving her stuff to figure out. You don't have to reply to her texts immediately, but when you do, just send emojis. And here's some of the stuff you can do. Just send her cherries. Just send 2 cherries and then send. Just send some bananas. And then after the bananas, have an emoji of a figure shrugging their shoulders. And send that. Send a text with an emoji of a house or a bicycle or a skateboard with an equal sign after it, and then a question mark. Anything like that, with the equals and a question mark. If she replies immediately, you don't have to, you bought yourself some time. You don't have to text back right away. Get back and do your work. You do the things you need to get done. And you can get back to her later. This gives her time to wonder, you know, what the heck does this text message mean? What is, you know, she's wondering about you. You're a mysterious guy now. You're also a challenge because you're not writing back immediately, but you're keeping a little bit of tension there for her, right? Mystery, wonder, challenge, tension. And you put barely any effort into it. Another time, if she's reaching out, just go through your photos and find a picture of the two of you together and just send that. No caption, just send that. Again, that you're gauging her emotions. If you're both laughing and smiling, yeah, you're getting the emotion up in her. You're not putting in a lot of effort, and it's buying you time. You don't have to get in a texting conversation with her. Go through your photos. Send a photo of your dog. You know, who doesn't like a dog? You know, and she's gonna like, oh, you know, the dog, and she'll have memories of the dog, and it'll get good emotions going on. She'll get her dopamine hit. It'll get those emotions going. You know, again, without you putting in a lot of effort, a lot of interaction. Send that. And you don't have to write back and have a full conversation. You can be busy again. That will give you some time to do your thing and, you know, not have to get overly involved. She's bugging you on a Tuesday early in the week. She's reaching out. She wants to have some sort of a texting conversation with you. So you write back, good things coming next weekend, or good things coming. Just something short like that, and leave it like that. Then maybe a couple minutes later, can't wait. Good things coming, can't wait. Good emotions, mystery. You're not writing back immediately. You're not engaging in a conversation. You're a challenge. You know, you're hitting the buttons without a lot of effort. And, you know, if she writes back for an explanation, you write, you'll see, in an exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point. How's that? Oh, you'll see. Fun things coming next week. What could it be? You know, she's wondering. It's mysterious, right? You don't even have to make some excellent plans. Just throw that out there. You know, she's on her shark. She's trolling the waters. You're tossing a couple fish in there. Just a little tasty treats. Send a screenshot of a TV show you want to see, like a Netflix thumbnail, and just write soon underneath. You don't even say, I want to watch this with you. Do you want to watch this? Blah, 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 blah. You don't have to get all involved. Just send a screenshot. Take a picture of your TV with all those Netflix thumbnail covers. Soon. Right? You're just throwing chum in the water. Write half sentences. Like, can't wait till stuff happens. And then you go, what stuff happens? What the heck is that? When I see you next weekend. That's your next text. When she writes back, it's like, what do you mean? Or when I'm with you next weekend. Can't wait till stuff happens. What do you mean stuff happens? She writes back, what the heck, you're a mystery. When I see you next weekend. So it gives her something to look forward to. If you're texting during the week. You know, we all have these short attention spans now. And if she doesn't have something to think about and something to look forward to, she's going to swipe to another story. She's going to swipe away. So if you give her something to look forward to on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of the weekend, it occupies her mind and she'll stay with your story. She'll stay logged into you. Isn't that nice? You're giving her things to ponder. You're giving her things to unravel. You're giving her things to look forward to. And many of these things are engaging emotion. That's really what she's looking for. She's looking for that hit of dopamine. She's looking for a little flux in emotion. And you can provide that very easily, right? You could just do these things and provide that to her. And that's really what she's looking for. And if this all seems like work to you, it's not. Compared to getting in a texting conversation and listening to a lot and replying and, you know, sometimes they're reaching out and having these texting conversations because they want some heightened emotion. So they're waiting for you to trip up. And the more you write and the longer the text conversation goes on, the more chance you're going to do that. And this sentence can be interpreted this way. And, you know, you meant this when you said that. And, yeah, do you want to do that? No. If you follow the things I've suggested here, you're going to avoid all that, because the things you're texting are so short and they're cryptic and they're mysterious. There's nothing really for her to latch into. And, I don't like the way you didn't, with that thing you said, there's none of that. So you can avoid all that, right? Nice. So no long text messages, no mistakes. She's getting challenged. She's getting the dopamine hit. Her emotions are engaged and her addiction is being satisfied. But ultimately, tribe, you want to find a quality girl. That's really what you want. You want to find a quality girl. But if this is all you're getting at the moment, and you want to have fun, you want to go out, you want to interact with people, this will most likely keep you from getting dumped, from her swiping away from your story and onto 10, 20, 30, 40 other guys that are supplying another story. So if you got something out of this video, go ahead and subscribe. Give the thumbs up and hit the bell for notifications. Now, if you're having these experiences or you're trying what I'm suggesting in this video, go ahead and tell us your story in the comments. Tell us what you've done in the past. Tell us if you experienced the same thing. You got dumped because you weren't supplying enough text messages and enough emotional stimulation. You'll start to recognize this is what's going on. So go ahead and share. We'd all love to hear from you. And if you want to learn more about dating and what to look out for, I would suggest watching either of these two videos. And we'll see you in the next one.